This is a music revolution.
Some say it's winter, gonna drive you wild. Some say it's winter.
Hello folks, this is DJ Readman Music Revolution Promo, of course, you're on the channel. This is an introduction to the Blackdoghat interview we did in 2011. Now the reason I'm doing this is because it's been on Bandcamp for a while, but because of a lot of people use mobile devices and broadband capability and all this, YouTube is a bit more flexible. But to start before the interview, I did a little competition with listeners on Music World Radio from my show on Funk the Funk at the time. Mary Kaup actually won this bit of added audio. I shouted her out last week, the week before this, and because I asked the listeners what their favourite Blackdoghat track was. It turns out Mary Kaup is a big fan. I've learned over the course of the last few weeks. She's from Sweden, but she is originally from England, and she wanted electric, so that's what you're going to hear before the interview starts. And of course, this is about a 40-minute interview with me talking to John Sage in London, one half of the Acoustic act from London. Matt is in Greece. I don't remember his second name. So this is the beginning of the introduction, and then you're going to hear 40 minutes of me with an interview and shout out, and also the end of it is what he did at the end of the interview, Wings Above My Head, a little acoustic number which that's on the album Planetarium. So enjoy. This is a request of Mary's because she knows John in some form, and she used to live in England because she lives in Sweden now, and I think she's quite a big fan actually. And this track I like a lot, and she said about this at the last track she mentioned. So this is requested for Mary Kaup in Sweden. This is a Blackdoghat and Electric on Music World Radio. Congratulations, Mary.
Feel the lightning hit the ground, see the sky light up with flashes all around. The night is sharp, the air is clear, electricity is breaking everywhere. It's electric. It's electric. It's electric. We're gonna be alright tonight. Use the power, make it yours. The heat is rising, let's give it all we got. It's electric. It's electric. On fire, release your passion to the night. The static's building up the atmosphere. Let's explode and send lightning in the air. It's electric. It's electric. It's electric. Electric. the lightning hit the ground. See the sky light up with flashes all around. The night is sharp, the air is clear. Electricity is breaking everywhere. It's electric.
Without further ado, I'm going to play Sunday Papers when we get into the interview. But of course, you know, it's certainly been not long since we spoke. But I see that on Facebook you got a couple of was that new dates coming up? Was it in May? I see on Reverb Nation.
Yeah, there's one this Thursday at the Hobgoblin in Islington, which is a little pub. Little pub. I mean, it's just a few acts going. I think I've got about 4 songs to do, so
yeah.
It's coming on that.
And because like with these dates, you got like the Vibe Bar in London, which is also in May. Well, I like the fact you got in the next couple of weeks actually. And have you been to them before?
I played at the Vibe Bar before. Yeah, they do a sort of a featured artist night there. I think that's on the Monday night on the 23rd.
Yeah,
but, yeah, it's quite good there. It's a nice little bar.
Is it like? Do you actually like go in like a cellar, or is it you just walk straight in or something?
You just walk straight in.
Ah. And to like when we went last time, was that with Matt?
Yeah, I played with Matt last time, but he's still out of the country at the moment, so it'll be just me. But I've got a double bass player.
Yeah, because you said about that on Facebook. Have you played with him before?
Yeah, not live. We've been rehearsing a bit, so that's the first 2 gigs I've played with the double bass player, a chap called Richard Thurbin.
I see. It's like when you were with Matt, is that actually the way you play? Because I thought, because when you said the bass player, I thought, well, because is it like an acoustic bass or is it electric bass?
He's got a big double bass.
Oh, big double bass. Oh, okay.
Upright bass, I think they call it.
But,
yeah, it's a bit mellow.
Because like, because when you and Matt play, is it do 2 acoustic guitars most of the time?
It's just one acoustic voices, and he throws bits of percussion in every now and again.
Well, of course, you know, you've got that was Blackdoghat. That was electric, and I know we spoke before about it, but not some people that weren't here before. Like Impulse has only just returned, so a few other people may not be was around before. But in terms of when you first started writing that, like you said before, it sort of like you know, the guy in the recording studio gave you other ideas, and of course Sunday Papers is a lot more mellow than that as well. Did you like electric when it got to the end product, as it were, or did you feel like, you know, did you actually want 2 versions of it, or did you think, oh, when you had the electric, think, oh right, I like that, you know, as it is, or did you feel like you want to do 2 versions?
I think when we play it live, it's just me and Matt and the guitar and some shaky things, but so it comes out a lot better. But when we went to the studio, we sort of funked it up a bit, so it's a bit, you know, some drums and some bongos and some layers with guitars on. It's a bit more, I don't know, you can dance to that one. But yeah, when we do it live, it's a bit more, well, it's the same tempo, but
yeah. And of course,
different versions live and recorded. But we might actually do another recording of it and sort of take it down a bit.
When did you first record that song?
Crikey, I think it was a couple of years ago.
What? Yeah, I couldn't remember what you said before.
it was a couple of years ago. Yeah, I did it in Athens as a friend of ours who's got a recording studio in Athens.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot for us. And we're going out this year. We're trying to do a full album.
Yeah.
I'm going to be heading out to Athens and recording some stuff down there.
God, nice weather.
14-track album, I think we're going to try and do with him. But yeah, he's a lovely bloke, and he helps us out a lot. Tasso, his name is.
Ah, okay.
He's listening.
Well, hopefully, you never know. This is the internet. It's not as if it's FM radio where you're stuck in England and you can't get it. And do you get to Greece a lot, actually, John? I know Matt's in Greece, as you said, and he's still up there, and you're getting someone else to help on the bass, double bass. Do you try and get out to Greece as much as possible when Matt's not around?
Yeah, try and get out there as much as I can.
Yeah.
I've been over there before, and we've done a few gigs out there in various bars and things, and on some radio stations out there as well. But yeah, as much as we can.
What I'm going to do
Spread
is
it around, I say.
exactly. Well, what I'm going to do is play because I'm doing it slightly different these days. I'm playing Sunday Papers while we have a chat, and of course, all these tracks are on the album, as always, Wings Beneath My Head, which we recorded for us a couple of months ago. When you were recording these songs and floating away through time, and was it in mind to record an album in the first place, or did you just record the song and then perform it live and think, oh, okay, did you decide one day to make an album out of all the songs you had?
No, I think we just wrote them one by one. Didn't know what was going to happen with them. Eventually, we had enough to put on an album. Was it? Just any more?
Yeah. And what about Sunday?
Albums worth at the moment.
I bet you've been writing away to yourself and trying to think of stuff to write about.
all the time.
Yeah, I bet. Talking to John of Blackdoghat, who kindly come back onto the Skype in London. With Sunday Papers, was like when you wrote this, I take it, did you write this with Matt originally?
No, I think I did this one on my own, and I think Matt does a bit of backing vocals on this one. Yeah, this one was just me.
Did you actually do this? Because with all of them, did you actually go into a professional recording studio and lay them down, or do you do some of them at home? Is it kind of a mixture?
Yeah, a bit of a mixture.
Yeah.
I think this one was just done in the studio, but sometimes I'll do it on the laptop and send it in. And if you can work with the bits I've done as well, but I have real trouble working with a click track.
Well, do you have like an 8-track at digital? Was it? Do you actually have like a 8-track mixing board or something, 16-track? What do you use?
I've got it on the Mac here. I've got a Logic Pro. Just record it through the laptop.
Because do you actually prefer the mellow sound of Sunday Papers? Because like I know you like acoustic outfitters, it's kind of labelled or whatever people label it as themselves, and they just like the song they hear, And but what was kind of the idea behind this song? Was there like something in your head at the time when you were putting it down?
The Sunday Papers. It was just about taking it easy on a Sunday, and I come from Southend, and there's the sea. Well, it's a bit of mud actually, but so just seaside and just a lazy, relaxing Sunday song.
Well, it seemed to be, you seem to like caught the nerve of a lot of people in terms of like the catchy songs you write. It seems to work because, like, obviously, as a lot of people know by now, Electric was 20 weeks in the chart. Musical Radio's got, and also Sunday Papers is now travelling quite high. It's kind of halfway at the moment to what Electric was, and congratulations, really, for really like because not everybody can do that. Not everybody can have a catchy hook in the song. Do you get well, I say a lot of people would come to gigs, but is that the kind of feedback you get with your songs? Because they seem to like, even because obviously Music Radio is a non-profit station, so they can't make it into a sales chart, which would be quite cool. Do you think that's the reason why people like the music, because it's quite catchy in every song?
I think so. I mean, I try and write songs with a bit of a melody that can stick in your head. And, just a melody's always a good thing, I think.
Definitely. Drowning Me, which is actually the first one, wasn't it? Was that kind of the first one you wrote, or because obviously
Angels of Us was the first one we did, and that was a girl that I found on the internet wrote the lyrics, Stephanie, and I found them, tried them out with Matt, and that was the first song.
because Drowning Me was the first one to hit the actual chart that the station's got. And what kind of order did they come in? Because obviously Electric was in for quite some time, and obviously that wasn't the first one you wrote. You just said Angels was the first one you wrote, but what made you decide to bring an album together and make the order? Was there like a thing in mind? Like obviously Electric's got like a nice opening, so obviously. But what was going through your head when you was trying to put an album together?
I don't know. We had quite a few songs. We had to kick some of them out.
Yeah.
I think we just asked a few friends and people we knew which ones they thought were the best ones and which ones we liked the best, and that was it really. I think at the time we didn't have that many, so
yeah,
just wanted to put something out there. You've got these songs, it's nice to actually do a little proper album, I think. Never done it before, it was quite exciting.
Because obviously you do a lot of stuff on your own at the moment because Matt's not around, and obviously you perform with other people if you've got to pull somebody in for a live performance. And
yeah.
What exactly do you when you wrote Electric and when you gigged with it? Is that always the first on the list when you perform, or is it or do you try and keep? Obviously, every venue is different what you go to, and sometimes when you go back to it, you know what people want anyway, in terms of unless the crowd's different. But is Electric always the first one you play?
No, actually, sometimes it's the last one.
Oh, okay.
Sort of start off slow, crescendo at the end, and yeah, no, we tend to leave some of the livelier ones at the end.
Because people when obviously Electric's been around for a while now. Obviously, when you put how long did you have it around until it hit the chart? Because obviously you had it longer than that.
I think it'd been a while. I think we'd had it for a while. I'm not even sure how it got there because suddenly someone said, "Oh, your song's been nominated," so which was nice.
Yeah, I said you got a lot of nice hooks in the songs, and when you played Electric, do people expect to hear the song like on the net version as such, or are they surprised with the mellow version, or do you actually when people hear it, do you get a feedback like that? Do you actually think if it's different to a net version, or like Electric's probably the most I've only heard a certain amount of songs you've done with Matt, and when you go out live, are people a little surprised with the different versions you do of the songs?
I think so. I mean, some people like them sort of the basic songs. Some people prefer the full stuff, but not really. I think it's just the live thing, something totally different anyway. I mean, if we could do it, we'd have a full band when we played live anyway, but not able to do that at the moment, but one day.
And I know, because I remember you saying actually you had trouble getting musicians. I just remember, just slid in my head when you said that, because you still got trouble with that, because I know you said before you try to get musicians as like a backing band as such to do gigs, and you find trouble with it. I don't know why that is, but do you is that a general thing with trying to get musicians?
We did that, but recently we've got Richard on the double bass, so we found someone now, which is brilliant. And he's a great guy, and he's picking up the tunes well and adding his own sort of bits of bass in there as well, his own ideas, which is great because it's nice to be sort of mix the creative stuff with everybody.
I was going to say, because when you have new people, obviously you think, right, how they're going to adjust to a song they haven't wrote. It's like...
Yeah, it is hard.
Yeah, and of course you got a very nice, because I keep saying 7-track albums, actually more than that on there. Because on Reverb Nation, until you have the actual page of the album on, you got more tracks. I just didn't realise. I thought it was more. I thought I was looking at 7 tracks. I thought, hold on. I thought, oh, there's 11. Okay.
I think there's 9 on the album, and then there's the new ones we've put on Reverb Nation. There's ones that one on it.
Yeah, because I thought it was just like a mini album's worth, like 7 to 9, but there's a few more added. And why did you actually just put one live acoustic on there? It Wings Above My Head.
I think that's not on the album.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, because I was just assuming you actually put the album on Reverb Nation.
Oh no, it's a mixture. It's everything that almost ones we've recorded anyway are on there. But yeah, that's not on the album. That was just a few other live ones.
Because when we was on about it before, because obviously before we was on about, you said you had the album on Reverb Nation. I just kept looking for reference, but of course now you've got a website, and has that only been up the last week, hasn't it, or something?
It's been not long, a couple of weeks maybe, properly. This good friend of ours, Thomas, put it together. He's done a great job. It's a nice little site. It's got everything on there. It's got the music, pictures, and words, and it links to Reverb Nation.
Yeah.
And gigs and stuff.
That's all you need, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
You're still shaking, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just remember that when you said the last time. When my hands stopped shaking.
Yeah, I'm hanging on to the table now.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, once you do it more and more, you can relax. You see, it's like being in a shop. It's like, I'm trying to serve you something, sir. You don't have to relax. You don't have to shake. Oh, sorry, I want this cup of tea and it's hand shaking.
I'm all right.
Oh, that's good. I don't mean to make people nervous. It's like.
Of course.
It's like, because like when you do interviews, you think, right, okay, because obviously, I've been asked once to have questions in advance. I thought, who do you think I am? I've only been asked that once. I thought, because apparently when we tried to get Temple Tutor here, which was some time ago, somebody else tried to get him on, and somebody sent him a load of answers, a load of questions, and the manager kept saying, he doesn't want those. I thought, what do you want? Blood. It's just really weird. I've never been asked. I've only asked once. I thought, shut up. Oh dear. But we're going to play now is Drowning Me, which is the other one we've had for some time, because this is actually the first one we had on the chart. And
right, didn't realise that.
Because I actually forgot about this, because when Electric come on, and when we did the last interview, I was trying to look for it, and I thought, hang on, there must be something beforehand. I could not remember, and this is actually the first one, and I thought, oh, okay. And I couldn't remember either, and I thought, oh, right, because I always remember the track, because when you give them send them out, you've got a CD master at the end of every song. And I thought, in capital letters, and I thought, okay, so I always remember where it is now.
Right. I don't think I knew that one was in the chart, but that's great.
Yeah, this was what? This is before Electric, so we're talking at least 9 months ago, I think.
All right. That's great, brilliant.
Yeah, it would be cool to get it back in, but of course, unless it's been a remix or someone's covered it, try to get away with that. But there you go. But everybody, this is DJ Reedman with the Folk to Funk radio show on musicworldradio.com. If people are listening, got Dave for Black Shampoo Impulse. If you've got any questions, we're here for another few minutes, and we're talking to John for another 10 minutes or so, down a bit of a chat. And of course, I'm not trying to repeat everything, but some things do come to mind from the last interview. But since it's cleaner this time, I thought, okay, just repeat myself a couple of times. Thank you very much for that.
Sorry.
Someone had to do that, didn't they? I think he's blown his nose or something. Right, so this is Drowning Me. I'll just put this on. But, so how you been in this nice sunshine?
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. I've been working, so I haven't really been out on it apart from the weekend. But...
Yeah, money has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
So, where you live in London, don't you, John? You don't whereabouts do you live in London?
Palmer's Green, North London.
Ah, do you live anywhere near Camden?
No.
Ah, okay.
I see that a bit, but it's a bit further away.
No, because me and my wife are going out on a coach trip at the end of May. I thought, because there's that international pop overthrow, which I don't know if you know, I sit in London this year. and we couldn't go either for a blast. You know, go on a coach trip, and and it's at night, but of course we go during the day. So I don't know how far Camden. Was it? I don't know what the it's something like the Dog and Gun. It's that type. It's like a pub name.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's I've because the international pub overthrows in Liverpool, and then it's going to London the first time this year. So I don't know if like you probably heard of it. It's probably well, it's been on Facebook and stuff, but you probably heard about it. But I don't know how far news stretches in London.
So what's that? The Camden?
It's David Bash. He's been promoting quite a bit recently because he does a lot. It's Kevin. Well, it's been in Liverpool for the past 6 years. At the Cavern in Liverpool. It's the promotion is called International Pub Overthrow. And the first time he's actually done it in London. I can't remember the name. It'd be on Facebook somewhere. David Bash's name is. And because I only found out about all this when I interviewed Claude, because he's the front guy of Clockwise. Obviously, I interviewed him. I was in December, and he told me about it. I thought I had no clue what he was on about. I never heard of it. But there's the guy David Bash has been in for quite some time. He's been in England doing it for since 2002. So if you can get on the list at some point, or it'll be probably next year. Obviously, it's all sorted out now, I should think.
Yeah.
And be quite cool. Cause it's all like mixture of unsigned bands and like, or I discovered like some people like from a previous famous band are in other bands or something. There's a few around. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm quite surprised. But with this song, John, was Drowning Me? I think I can't remember. I did ask you before, but. What's the Pacific? Is there like a little story behind Drowning Me?
The words. I found the words online from this young lady called Stephanie, and it was a poem originally that she wrote. I think it's actually about self-harm.
Oh yeah,
I believe. And I like the words and how it flowed, and I had a little tune and tried it together, and yeah, so it's quite a sort of. Quite a sad song, isn't it?
Oh. Well, we've just played the 3 songs that basically been around for the station really for the past 9 months, and Sunday Papers is the most recent one. And are you actually, even though it's just a listener vote thing, obviously people are voting for it and they're liking it, and like Electric, a lot of people did like that for a long time. Yeah. And are you surprised with the way the new song's going as well?
Yeah, it sort of bounces around, doesn't it? It sort of goes up and down. It just like you think we're going to pop out again, and then we're sort of.
I was really sad Electric went out. I thought, 20 weeks, but keep it in, I think everybody likes the hooks, John. It's like I said, not everybody, like a lot of songs like you hear as well yourself, a lot of stuff I've been playing on Dr. Feelgood, everybody remembers a song because the hook in it, it's just one of those things that mentally you don't realise it's there, but you think, you just remember it from a hook, or something that's there. Yes. And I'll say, you said it earlier, you can make good melodies, and is it actually very difficult to keep the songs different when they're just acoustic? I
suppose it is really. You've got the same voices as the guitar sound. I brought myself a ukulele. I've written a couple of songs using that, so to give a different sound.
Yeah.
I'll have to record them at some point.
So which ones have you actually wrote at home? Is there quite a few, or apart from Electric? And because when you write, you say do you make a decision with a track? Do you think I've got to go into the studio with this to make it better, or such with the guitar or microphone, or do you think you just settle with the track as it is when you've put it on?
They take a little while to come together, and
yeah.
Eventually you'll think, okay, that's it. And it's either a full production or it's just leave it as an acoustic thing. But.
And because obviously you've got as well, I've been looking on Reverb Nation, and obviously you've got a website as well. Blackdoghat.com, which I actually, it's just a simple site which I actually quite like, because a lot of sites like, was it Shambolics, they've got things everywhere, you don't know where everything is. At least you got like just a simple site with simple links, which I think is a lot easier to use actually, instead of going mad.
Yeah, I didn't want to do anything that's going to confuse people, so.
Then of course you got you said the Hobgoblin in on the 12th, which is this week of course, and if anybody can get up to there, then do so, because you'll be quite entertained obviously, because from what you've heard the last 9 months with Blackdoghat's songs in the chart, a lot of people have been listening because they obviously vote for them, and you got the Vibe Bar on the 12th of May, and
23rd, that one.
23rd, yeah.
We got the Broadstairs Folk Week in August the 6th.
Yeah. And have you done that before, or because do you get a lot of people asking you to come back other than the two this month?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, we did the folk festival last year.
Yeah.
And they wanted us back, so which is nice.
Oh, of course, yeah. If people like they want to come back, yeah, we want to come back. Well, thank you. We can't come back in 5 minutes, but we'll come back next year. And,
yeah, it's good fun, that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. And of course, you got some in August, and well, obviously you like to fill the gap between, But
yeah, I'm trying to book up some things at the moment. I'm sort of calling around to see if there's some more gigs with me and Ben, and then Matt's coming back in June, and we're going to get some more, hopefully. So there'll be more coming up.
Because with these two in May, did you actually get them before you got the? I keep forgetting his name. Apologise for that. With the bass player, did you get the dates before you actually managed to get him?
No, I think we did a bit of racing, and we got to a stage where we thought, okay, let's do a gig. So and then there was some guy on Facebook who said they've got some going. So I said, yeah, give us a slot, and he gave me 2. So same promoter.
Cool. Well, of course, because when we did the original interview, there's actually video footage on it, and that's on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Because which one is that? Which song is that? Because I've kind of forgotten, to be honest. Because I had it and I was mucking about with it for the video of the interview. Which track?
The one I did.
Sorry?
The one I did live.
The one with the lot of footage at the seaside. It was like a music video.
Oh, Sunday Papers.
Yeah. Oh, was it Sunday Papers? Was it? Oh, okay.
It's the Northern Sea, to the Northern Sea.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. I'm gonna get that right in a minute.
Yeah, that was it.
So is that the only one on? Have you got more? Have you got more recently? Is that like the only one you've got, or you got more footage on YouTube?
I just put up the Down and Me song with a video that I've made myself.
Oh, okay.
So that's only just gone up there. The Down and Me.
Ah.
I filmed it around London, but yeah, have a look.
So what's the because is it Blackdoghat the YouTube? Because sometimes when I before I interview people, I double check with YouTube, because one of the places you talk about with bands. And have you actually managed to get a Blackdoghat actual YouTube account, or is it under a different name?
No, it's just /Blackdoghat.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. And of course, you got 2 gigs in August. Were they actually organised some time ago, or?
Yeah, that was done a long time ago. They sorted that out a while back.
Yeah. Because they like big festivals or something. You got make sure you're booked in advance and things.
Yeah, they book all the acts in, and there's a big main huge marquee.
Okay.
There's a couple of them. And there's lots of venues around the town and on the seaside.
Mm. And of course, the album is called Planetarium, which I just realised on the pictures on Reverb Nation. The album's for sale on physical CD and digital download. And you got Northern Sea, Drowning Me, Before My Eyes, Angels, Electric, Sunday Papers, Some Things Are Worth Living For, One Last Question and Dreams. So you get all the hits from the chart on one album. Look at that. But yeah, get Planetarium. You won't be disappointed, obviously, because everybody's been voting in the chart. All these songs from Blackdoghat and John and Matt. And but many thanks for coming along and speaking to us live again, John. And we'll no doubt speak a lot more in the future.
Well, thanks for that. For having me again. It's been.
Oh yeah, well at least it's cleared up this time. God.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is the bonus track, which was recorded for this interview for Music Revolution Promotions. This is John on the acoustic guitar performing one of the tracks on the new album of Blackdoghat, Wings Above My Head. Enjoy.
Tide is turning, it's getting cold. The air I'm breathing is taking hold. Wings above my head are telling me don't turn back. Things I've never said, things I've never ever said. The sea is rising, I'm getting old. My heart is beating, the story's told. Wings above my head are telling me don't turn back. She's lying on my bed, I gotta be there. Waves are crashing, the wind is high, the ship is breaking, gears out of sight. Wings above my head are telling me don't turn back. We're breaking on the rocks, now there's gotta be one more chance. Wings above my head are telling me don't turn back. Things I've never said, things I've never, ever said. Wings above my head are telling me don't turn back. She's lying on my bed, I gotta be there.
With
your alternative sounds and finds.
This is a music revolution.
With your alternative sounds and finds.
This is a music revolution.